I'm just going live again, but it seems to me that the previous one is still going. Unfortunately. All right. All right. All right. Okay. Now, I'm going to explain something. What's happened. While I was streaming, right? While I was streaming, a mobile rang, right? And that must have affected the sound. Hey Charlie, how you going, mate? Just going to put the camera down. Okay. That must have affected the sound. Now, which of course had trouble trying to explain what happened. Oh, that's good, mate. So I've had to start the stream again. Now, I usually do this. Build. I usually video this build, which is it's the Icon Ford Falcon XB GT. But I thought I'd do it live. Now, and of course, while doing it live, my phone rings. And of course, it mucked up the sound completely. Which was a bit of a pain. So anyway, it's all good now, I think. I'll just have to check. Yep, it's all good. Okay, so that's should be like okay. All right. So that's right. Just make sure that's on. Yep, that's on. Next. Now, let's see, where else does that go? SD cog. Just gonna SD cog. Okay. Okay. With a screw. Just use this. This I used so I can magnetise the screwdriver. Yeah, so I was going all right, and then the phone rang. SB1, which knocked the sound out. SB, which is the and it really SB, okay, SB, which must go there. So it knocked the sound. I'm not very happy about that. But anyway, you see, the thing I like about these car builds, because at the moment I'm doing the Batmobile, right? Now, is I can go pretty well, you know, do pretty well with putting the cars together. But when it comes to planes, oh, 17. I used the wrong one. Oh, there it is. I mean, planes like Lancaster one, I'm going all right with that. Trying to make sure that it's fine and hopefully works. Which naturally will. Okay, so look at that. All right. All right. That's issue 6. Now, issue 7. Now, there's a puzzle which I will talk about in the live stream course. Which right, now need, I'll just pop that over there, move that back a bit. Okay. All right. Okay. Just going to push that in. Okay. Now, and I've just done it around the wrong way. Right. Now, goes in there, and we use, let's see, that's it. Yeah, so I'm a bit fed up with every time I try to live stream on my phone rings. Now, I don't mind, you know, when people ring me, but it's just annoying because I'm trying to do a stream. Right, trying to do a stream, and as I said, the phone rings. Okay, we've got phone, and that's what cuts out the sound. I know I'm probably a boring person, and I'm very sorry about this. I'm very sorry, you know. When I do streams, but I have to do them. And I know streams tend to take a lot out of people when they do them, but I've got no choice. I have to do it. All right. Now, I'm just going to move the camera back up. And of course, it's only 19 minutes. I'm just going to check to make sure that the volume's up. Yep, the volume's up. Now, as you can see, it's pretty shiny though. Just carefully see that goes down and goes up, down, up. Thank you for the like. I think Tina or Charlie, thank you for the like. Yeah, so that's that. Just put it that way. Now, because I can't get these in the news agency. For some strange reason, can't get them in the news agency. And it's absolutely ridiculous, really, because I've been told by the company that I've had to subscribe to that it's coming out at the news agency, but yet it's not. And the ones that are supposed to be bringing out news, they're not bringing out at all. So I don't know if any other country has this bit of a problem where you can't get them at the news agency, but you have to subscribe. Now, as I said earlier on, before, when I found out I had to subscribe, I thought I'll have to work out a way to make sure that I'm able to pay for each lot. So the first lot wasn't too bad, right? But then the next lot was a little bit more. So I had to make sure that I had enough in my account each time. So, I mean, I'm able to do it, to pay each time. But I don't know why it's not a news agency, and I don't know if it's only Australia that it's happening to. I don't know whether any other country is having this happen to them, where they've got no choice. They've got to subscribe, and they can't get a news agency. I mean, I know in someone in the UK that's doing this build, right? Doing this build. He said that the first, you subscribe, and then I think in the next few days it was in the news agency, but it's not in the news agency here. So anyone that's going to do this build here, I mean, it's not it's really pretty good, you got the door, right? And then there's this, right? But it's really, really hard to try and even get it at the news agency here, because you can't get it in any news agency in Australia. You have to subscribe. As I said, I'm able to pay each lot, because each get 4 issues. So in issue 8, we've got the middle panel for the door, lower panel for the door, armrest, and window winder and screws, right? Which is in issue 8. So I get issue 8, 9, 10, 11. So each month I get 4 issues. So it looks like each time a new build's coming out, which I have to ask them, can they tell me when another build's coming out? Each time a new build's coming out here in Australia, subscribe. Which I usually get them from the news agency. Now, the Lancaster build, the Batmobile Tumbler, and the Titanic, I get them at the news agency. I go and pick them up at the news agency. But this one is not coming to the news agency, and it's the only build that's not in the news agencies in Australia. I mean, I don't know if anyone else has found that in their country. If you have, just if you happen to watch this live stream, playback, just let me know. Sorry, I'm just checking if anyone comes up. So chat's just there. If anyone finds that they've got to subscribe and they can't get in the news agency, just let me know in the comment section below, because it's a good build, but I usually like to get them at the news agency, so it's easy for me. Even though you get the gifts. So in the next lot, the third lot, get the binder. Now, usually I don't, with builds, I pick it out, as I said, I pick the issues up at the news agency, and I don't sort of worry about subscribing, because most of the time I thought, I couldn't subscribe. But with this, I sort of I sort of had no choice in a way. But I managed to work out another way of having it so that they were to pay it for each month. So every bill that comes out to Australia, it means I have to subscribe, because I can't get it in the news agencies. And the other company that's usually brings their bills out of the news agency. Sorry, I'm just check there. They always do. Like when I see a bill come out, see a commercial on the TV, and I think, oh, beautiful. I ring the news agency up, and they usually say, oh, yes, it is. I say, oh, can you put it aside for me? But this time, when I saw it on the TV, the next morning, next day, I rang up the news agency and said, no. So they checked on the computer, and the company that usually brings the bills and that, no, nothing. And the only thing that's come out at the news agency is the sewing, the crochet sewing thing. But not this build. So, which makes it a bit hard to, to pick them up. I mean, there's when they deliver them, which is the 4 issues. When it's delivered, there's no problem. It's pretty good. So I have no problem with that. The parts with this, I mean, I know I've heard people say something about the front of it. Hello, Terence Scott. How are you? So it does mean that every build with the car, it could be a car build, could be plane build, any type of build, right? Any type of build. I'm doing all right. Oh, that's good. That's good. Any type of build, as I said, any type of build that comes out to Australia, and anyone else is doing this build, they have to subscribe. But yeah, I probably do another live stream. I will be doing gaming will be definitely back. I will probably stream maybe RoboCop or game. Then there's Minecraft, which I've seen some pretty good builds done by other people. So, and then I've got a few ideas of what I'm going to build now. Because usually when I go to stream Minecraft, I'm sitting there trying to work on what am I going to build. So I'm going to work out with that. Now, where is it? What I'm going to do in the stream later on, is puzzle. Going to do a puzzle, right? Which is this. Now, the thing is, this is something else I'm going to mention. The app I use, right? The app I use right? I get things at reasonable prices, right? And this is what gets me really angry with the shops in Australia, because, especially with the Lego, right? You go into Big W, have a look at the Lego, and the prices, seriously. Now, the app I use, when I can, I order things from, and I'm you know, buying and reasonable prices. The camera, the old Disney camera that I got overseas from this app. If you want to know what app it is I use, just, if you want to befriend me on Facebook, you know, and talk on Messenger, that's okay if you want to do that. And I'll tell you what app it is. Now, as I said, the things on this app, reasonable prices, okay? And the Disney camera, the old-fashioned camera, you know, it's got the two around on the top, right? And you got the film. Big W were charging about $159, and the app I use, I order things from, I got it for $37, right? Now, this puzzle, right, it's usually a shop, right? Little store shop thing, right? Hang on, I'm just trying to... Little shop in Miranda Westfield, and they sell these, right? Now, the price they sell this one for is a little bit more. I think it was about $16. I got this for less, right? Now, the thing is, with these puzzles, and they come in a sort of small, like this, and then they're big, you know, bigger ones, right? Now, of course, they're wood puzzle, but with these ones, you frame them, right? You can frame them. That's going to be doing on another live stream. Now, I'm fed up with the prices in this country are absolute joke, right? Even the Star Wars figures, right? Have a look on there, reasonable price. Now, fairly cheap, but always check, you know, have a close look at them, right? And it's the same, right? It's exactly the same. And this is the thing, see? These were in the, as I said, in a store at Miranda Westfield, right? You get these for less, right? And this is why I get really fed up with the prices that go in, and they're expensive, and you can get exactly the same thing overseas. You know, it's really ridiculous, right? Now, even with figures like One Piece. Alright? This. Alright? That cost a reasonable price. Right? Which is not too bad. Not too bad. So, the thing is, when it comes to Lego, I might get, you know, the small ones like you got these, right? Right? But hold on a minute. That's 6. Sorry, I think I've missed a bit. Missed a bit. There we go. So yeah, I am really fed up with how expensive it is in this country. Now, I can't believe that on the app, this, I got this from the app I was able to get things from, right? And yet they were selling these in the shop. It's exactly the same thing, same box, same puzzle as is in that shop. And I find that absolutely pathetic. You see, yeah, it is. It's pathetic, and I think hopefully Dutton wins the next election, because we don't want Albo. Seriously, you want Albo another 3 years? Ugh. All right. Now, also, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I might be a bit boring when I do live streams. I'm very sorry about that. So, okay, so I try to do my best. Try to do my best. Right? Which I'm just trying to get this. That's right. I'm just trying to get this on. But this one is very, seems to want to be stubborn. So I'll just have to try and get it on. So yeah, as I said, it's an absolute joke, really, the prices in this country. So in the next stream, this, right, now, as I said, the app I use sometimes, I order things from, these type of puzzles are exactly the same as the little shop in Miranda Westfield, and they're selling this for a little bit more than what I got this from the on the app. So if you want to know what app, you can befriend me on Facebook, and I'll tell you on Messenger if you want. I'm not saying you have to, but if you want to, I'll tell you what app it is. But the things on it are really good quality, and you know, the Lego is cheaper than it is here. So I'm just trying to get this on. I managed to get it on the but the problem is it just, and it snapped off. So I'm going to have to use a little bit of glue because it just, still a bit, you see there? Still a bit inside. Not to worry, I'll fix that up. So yes, so where I usually do videos, I'll be doing live streams with that and the puzzle, this puzzle, which you can put in a frame. I know usually other type of puzzles you can frame them, but these ones, as I said, the little shop, it's like a stall thing in Miranda Westfield. Used to be in there, but it's not in there anymore. Had these, and they were selling this for about $15, $16, and I got this for less on the app. So you think, it makes you think that getting things that are cheap, right? And this is why I think some countries where they when they make things, usually, in other words, sell things for less, you make more money. But there's these greedy people that, especially this CEO woman of Woolworths, very greedy woman who wants to put prices up and up and up and up. Now, I don't know how expensive, say in New Zealand, I don't know any other countries also has this as a problem with this cost of living rubbish. But it's an absolute joke, and very, very greedy, this woman, because she needs to think. Although she doesn't use her brain, she thinks at the other end. She needs to realise that if she doesn't stop having the prices put up, eventually start losing customers. You'll have less and less and less, and then sooner or later you won't have any customers. Because the thing is, she won't make any money without customers. Customers go in and buy things, but the thing is, people are fed up with how expensive it is. But anything, figures, Lego. As I said before, the Walt Disney camera, the old-fashioned camera, had the 3 minifigures with it. The app I order things from, I paid $37. Exactly the same. It was in a big bag, right? That was fine. It was in a big bag and had all the little individual bags in the great big bag. And I paid $37. That was a bit of the shipping, right? But in Big W, they're selling it for $159, $160. Seriously, that's an absolute bloody joke. This is why I'm thinking of asking them why charging so much. But of course, they'll say some rubbish, they'll lie about some crap. So the thing is, maybe I'll ask them. I don't know. Maybe I won't worry about it. But the thing is, the next stream is going to be. Sorry, I'm checking on the chat. Will be that in the next stream later on today or tonight, because, as I said, the little shop, sort of stall thing they had in Miranda Westfield, that's what they were selling. But they charged about, I think, must have been about $10, $15, $16 or something for that. And yet I paid a lot less. So it just doesn't make any sense why they charge so much. There's no need. When customers go into a shop, you have to make sure that the customer is happy. Because if the customer goes into the shop and sees it's that expensive, they'll say, I'll go somewhere else because it's too expensive in this shop. They're not going to want to buy anything. You've got to make sure the customer's happy, especially when they're going to do their just shopping. People can't go to the supermarket, they want to have a good day and go, what will I cook tonight? or if it's a family, they think, what meal will I cook? And you know, a lot of the times now, people think, oh, geez, what am I going to cook? And to get that, to work out, you know, what's cheap and sort of what you could, with all bits and pieces, and make a big meal. Or you prep food, put it in containers, put it in the fridge, and it's all there, set. And then you can just, you know, microwave it, you know, and you're right. But the point is, the prices that they charge for things in the supermarket, it's ridiculous. And since a certain bloke who's been Prime Minister for the past 3 years, prices have been going up every 2, 3, 4, 5 months. Straight up, whoosh. And I think he is in on it with the supermarkets, making sure that they bump the prices up. And the thing is, greedy people, when it comes to money, greedy people, they think, oh yes, we won't care about the little person. We won't care about the little people, or won't care about the people, right? Won't worry about them. We'll just worry about sitting on our asses, waiting for a whole lot of cash to come in. And that's all they're doing. And that's what this woman's doing, who's the CEO, female of Woolworths. That's all she's doing. It's the same one with Coles. But the main one is Woolworths. The prices are whoosh. Because of the bloke that's Prime Minister. There's been Prime Minister for the past 3 years and completely stuffed up this country. This country's a mess. In other words, it's sick. Not, you know, when you're sick. I mean, the country it's completely stuffed up because of this bloke that's been Prime Minister for the past 3 years. And we need someone that's going to be a better Prime Minister, that's going to make this country better. You know? Instead of it being a complete bloody mess. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. You know? Absolutely ridiculous. So sorry, I'm just this is why I need someone that, you know, if the other bloke Dutton, right, becomes Prime Minister, hopefully he doesn't go back on his word and breaks his promises, because that would be really bad, and we think, oh, he's doing exactly the same as the other guy. Hopefully he doesn't go back on his promises and makes this country better, you know? Picks up the mess that this country's in. You know? So hopefully they make it doesn't go back on his promises, because it's ridiculous. It's an absolute joke. Because as I've noticed over the past 3 years, their prices have just been whoosh, up and up and up and up and up. And it's not right. You know, ones that work hard, you know, usually ones that have to get 2 jobs just to earn money to be able to put food on the table for the family. It doesn't matter whether you're single, married, you know, it's that hard to try and work out what am I going to have for tea. You know, and it's the same with the takeaways. You've got McDonald's, right? And their food, whoosh. But they don't care. They're just as greedy as well. They don't care about customers. All they care about is the money. And then they have these gimmicks and people go, oh, yes, oh, like the competitions, oh, the Monopoly game. And the more crap they tell people, and the more they make out that people win the prizes when they don't, more people and more people that don't think, they just go and buy more and more food thinking they're going to win. But there's a problem with that. When you peel the front of the ticket and you go, oh, have I won a prize? Second chance. Now, I go a lot of second chances, or it's food. You win food more than you do prizes. It's all a gimmick. They just think, oh yeah, we'll try to do this. We'll have this. Well, this is a gimmick. Make people think that people win. We'll just have a commercial and go, oh, this person's won and that person's won. They don't win. Like when you hear the commercial where the guys, oh, I won a coffee machine, and oh, I won a car, and I won this, I won that. They didn't win it. They just asked, oh, well, we want you to do a commercial for McDonald's. We'll pay you this much money, and you just make out that you've won the prize. Oh, yes. And they pay them to lie. So then other people think, oh, we all think, oh, we're going to win that prize, are we? Nobody wins it. There's no prizes. There's more, oh, win food. There's more free bloody food than anything. And the second chance, there's more of that as well. See, it's just a big gimmick, and they pay people just to think, to make us all think, we're going to win. And you don't win. It's just a gimmick. These companies think, we'll just make out that people win. And they don't. They don't at all. Because as soon as those ones lie and say, we won this, won that. As soon as they're done the commercial, right, cut. And then they film all other different people, put it all together and make out, this person's won this and this person's won that. They haven't won anything. It's one big gimmick. And another thing. Ever notice? I for the past 3 years or so, I haven't been to McDonald's at all. And the other day, I went to McDonald's and got food there. Never again. The size of the burgers. Remember years ago, the burgers were big, right? Reasonable size. Nowadays, they're like mini-me's. And you think, something wrong there. And yet, overseas, say America, their burgers are a reasonable size. And the chips, they've shrunk the medium ones, right? And it looks like a small, because the medium's supposed to be just a couple of inches bigger, and then you've got the large, right? But I thought, that's a bit small. But the thing is, when you get a small packet of small chips, you pour them into the medium ones, it fills that up. The medium ones, you fill up the large, and it fills the large up. So those chips in the medium ones, right, fit in a small, which means when you get a medium meal, you're being charged more for a small, because the chips that are in the medium box fit in the small one. So when you get the small one, you're paying less. But when it's medium, you're paying more. Large, I'm paying a lot more. When those chips fit in a small packet. And this is the thing. They're firstly lying, and they're deceiving everybody. But the amount of people, seriously, would have to be absolute twits. They're idiots. They you see them go there, be young, old, young people, older people. They go there and they don't look at the prices properly. They don't go, oh, Jesus, it's a bit pricey, and go somewhere else. Now, me, I look and go, that's a bit pricey. Now, I only got, which was the Minecraft one, large Big Mac meal, which I wouldn't call it, but Big Mac. A medium Big Mac, right? Because it had the Minecraft thing in it, and I thought, get that. But while I was standing there looking, all these other people, and it's usually a lot of people at McDonald's all the time. I think, why? Why pay so much when they're being deceived? They're all being lied because McDonald's have got these gimmicks saying, oh, you can win a prize. But the ones in the commercials, they're lying. They're only doing it for the money. This is why with these reality programs, right? That's another thing. These reality programs, they're all being paid to go on them. I'm a celebrity, get me out of here, and they're supposed to be in the jungle, and that's a lie. They're not really in the jungle because they film them, in some part, and it looks like the jungle, right? And a lot of the times, it's filmed in Queensland. And they make out that they're in the jungle, right? And then, when they finish filming, they say, cut. They go off to their hotel, right? Because the thing is, if they were sleeping in the jungle like that, they wouldn't be all nice and clean in their hair. So they go up to their hotels. You see, one of the programs called Australian Survivor, they put their foot in it because when one of the reporters was going to speak to Dicko, remember the guy that did that was on Australian Idol, right? One of the judges, right? Supposed to be in you know, the bush. The reporter goes down to speak to him, and there Dicko is eating sushi. Now, I didn't know that you could get sushi in the bush. But of course, they weren't really in the bush. They were just down the bloody road from the hotel. So don't believe what you see on the TV, because it's a lie. So all these reality programs, as I've said tons and tons of times, need to be axed, and we need to have shows on. TV shows, you know? How it used to be years ago, you watch a show, oh, that's good. Now, of course, the actors and actresses, but at least they're enjoyable to watch. Not these reality programs and be deceived and lied to. And the one program which I think is pathetic is this Gogglebox. I mean, seriously. Gogglebox in Australia. Gogglebox everywhere. I mean, I'm sure a lot of people are sick of that bloody reality program because it's crap. You know, anyone that watches that, couch potatoes, watching TV. And these ones that they have, they show, oh, one house, oh, these people watching something on the TV, and they talk. And the next minute, the cameras go to another place, and so on and so on and so on. But they just film each one and put it all together. Right? Do you really think anyone would want to watch that rubbish? Seriously. And they made big celebrities. I think, what? Are they real people, or are they all actors and actresses? They all get paid to do that. Seriously. It's an absolute joke. You know? Paid to go on there. And that program, I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here. They pay the celebrities to go on it and do the most ridiculous, awful things. The drink, the food, sitting in a big container thing with steaks. Oh, seriously. It's not entertaining. Oh, you know. So, yeah, so in the next live stream, I'm going to be doing this puzzle there'll be another live stream next month as well. I mean, I'll be doing lots of live streams before next month. But this build, issue 8, 9, 10, 11. 8, 9, 10, 11. Next 4 issues come next month. And I will be... I'll do the 4 then, again. There's going to be a lot of live streams. So the next one will be the puzzle. The next one will be the Lego coffee shop. And that. So yeah, so if you want to know what app I use and when I have a chance to order things on it, if you want to befriend me on Facebook, that's alright. You know, chat to me on Messenger, that's alright. Yeah. If you want to, don't have to, but if you want to, then I'll tell you on Messenger what the app is, and that because it is really good, this app, because you know, it'd take about usually a week or 2 weeks, roughly. You know, roughly a week or 2 weeks. But yeah, so anyway, I'm gonna go now. I want to thank you all for joining. Sorry about the first stream, because, as I said, I've explained what happened when I had to start the second one. My mobile rang, and even though ones that ring me on my mobile, because they're not going to know when I'm going to, when I'm doing a live stream, I should tell people. But still, they should, you know, really, I'll probably do a live stream and wait till later on. But unfortunately, no. And what happened to the first stream, where I got a call, my wife, it cut the sound off. And Tina that came on couldn't hear me, and I had to end that stream and start a new one. So, not happy about it, but so anyway, as I said, there'll be a lot of more live streams. There'll even be shorts, gaming, probably some videos, probably not as many though, and that's so out. I'm rambling on. They have the figures of Street Fighter, right? Street Fighter. So I can get them in the hole. All right. Now, see that? A Street Fighter from the game. I've ordered the other one, right? Now, that's pretty good quality, okay? And I've got the other One Piece figures, right? Now, of course, I know there's a show called One Piece. It's supposed to be season 2 coming out. Don't know when that's coming out. Been quite some time since the season 2 is supposed to be coming out. And I've got some of the figures, and that's so yeah. Also, before I go, the Lego for Horizon Zero Dawn. You can even get the Lego stuff there. because I've got that one, there's the machine that's really tall. It's got a round disc of its head, where she ends up climbing all the way up. That, I'll put that together, did a video, you know, but you can get them from the app. So if you want to befriend me on Facebook and talk to me on Messenger, then quite welcome to. If you don't want to, that's okay, you don't have to. But if you do befriend me on Facebook and talk to me on Messenger, ask me what, you know, what app and that, or even videos face to face or something, if you want to do that as well. I'll tell you what app it is, because it's the things that I've ordered when I can. We both do. The quality is really good with all the different things. So yeah, so I'm gonna go now, and I want to thank you all for coming on. It's Charlie, Terrence, Scott. Thank you all for joining, and I was just seeing a bit of minutes coming on. Thank you all for joining, and as I said, there will be another stream. Okay, there will be another stream later on of the puzzle, and maybe over the next couple of days there'll be another stream of the streams every day. The diamond art, which is sitting under the desk, they'll be coming back too, and this will be in the next stream later on. Alright, so anyway, take care. Bye now. Oh, sorry. Hello, we've got someone else. Hang on. Hello, JK. How are you? Just in a car build. Ford Falcon XBGT. How are you? I'm good, that's good. So in the next stream, as I said, I'll be doing this puzzle, which probably end up getting a frame later and putting in a frame. And that's also be a Lego later on. It's a copy shop, and as I said, the app I use, they order things from. You can even get things like not exactly that. Let's see. Hang on, I'm just trying to get it out. Oh, I can't. Which is the Transformers. Right? And there's Bumblebee. Right? got Optimus Prime. Reasonable prices, really. Reasonable prices. Which is good. So, yeah, so where I did the part of the door of the car. Just make sure it's not scratched because it's metal. So, yeah, but as I said, there'll be more stream. There'll be a Lego copy shop. There'll be more Lego live streams. All right, more Lego live streams. Which I'll be doing. Instead of doing the videos, I'll be doing the Lego. The Lego will be live. J Casino Max. Not bad content. Oh, dude. Oh, J Casino Mix Food. Ooh. How to cook. Oh. Channel looks pretty good. Channel looks pretty good though. Or Mario, yeah. I probably might start getting the Mario Lego, which is pretty good. Your content, food, toys, travel, and adventures. Well, I'm going to hang on, 1 year ago. I'm going to give you support on that, and there we go. Content looks pretty good. Yeah, content looks pretty good. So yeah, definitely looks good. JK. Yeah. So I'm giving you some support and check, get a notification when the when the video comes up, and or whenever when you go live, and I'll usually if I can, I'll come on person's live stream. So when I can, I'll come on when I can though. It's a bit hard to try and do the things I want to do, especially how most of the time how things are here, which it makes it a bit hard. But anyway, I've just given you support, and So yeah, I'll we get a notification when you. Oh, thank you for it. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. You know, I always appreciate the support, support to my channel. So yeah, you got your channel looks pretty good. So yeah, I get a notification of the video. Watch, like, comment, and if you when you go live, if I can come on, I'll come on, because it does get a little bit hectic here, especially being married, but I have to help a wife with this and help that, so it gets a bit hectic. So the days that I'm home by myself, I'm going to try and do as many live streams as I can. Because as I said, it gets a bit hectic. So, yeah. So, I'm going to go now. Thank you all for joining. Thank you, JK, for joining. Thank you for the support. I do appreciate it. I always, you know, give my support back to people. You know, I'm always interested, you know, when it comes to Lego and, you know, food and benches and all that. No worries, host. It's all right. So, yeah, there will be another live stream. I'm going to try and do as many live streams as I can. Although you're doing too many, you can take a lot out of you. But another live stream later on will be this, and then probably sometime tonight be another live stream of the Lego coffee shop. So take care, everybody. Thank you for the support, JK. I really appreciate it, and I care for my supporters because you're all lovely people. Anyway, I'm going to go now. Take care. Bye now.